Oh yeah, it's a bit. It's squeaky, and we're back to knees touching. You'd think in our time in the cabin we would have gotten less gay, but the opposite has occurred.
What would give you the impression we get less gay?
Because we'd got it all out. We'd done it all in 2023. Just ejaculated all the homosexuality into each other's hands and mouths.
We're trying to pod the gay away.
It replenishes the gayness.
It does. New year, same gay.
New year, new cabin, same gay.
Same gay. Super gay in the cabin. Thank you for joining us again, Floggers. It feels New Year-y.
Yeah?
I think so, because like obviously the last step was archives. You know, we lied to them.
We did.
It wasn't the new year.
No.
We told it. It was clear. I think.
Did you didn't do like a little intro for it? Did you?
No, because I had the microphone. I respect them too much.
Yeah.
I'd never give them poor audio quality.
You posted somewhere to say, right, that it was we dug it out of the archives.
And
right?
people knew because you didn't say bye.
That was the giveaway.
Yeah.
It's a real continuity error.
Yeah, this was the Starbucks covered in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, whoa. They're phoning it in.
This isn't McCannon.
So we're at another location recording the Flog cabin.
How many cabins is this now?
This is how many rooms can one cabin have? Is the question.
With the support of these floggers, many. I'm thinking the first 2-story cabin. Can a cabin be 2-story? I don't think so. I think cabin ground floor only.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think you're right. I can't picture a 2-floor cabin.
Yeah.
You can't?
Split level? You could have a split level maybe.
Yeah, like a little mezzanine.
Yeah,
like
mezzanine.
the beds up there.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, we're really visualizing this cabin. Is that like a 2024? We're going to summon it into existence with intense visuals?
Oh, it's on my vision board for sure.
Does a basement count as a second level?
No. What?
Well, because you've got your ground level, and then if you go down a level, that's 2 levels, right?
Stop trying to make your home cinema sound more impressive.
Yeah, I live in a 2-story home.
Well, because I was thinking about the
instead
movie.
of a basement.
The movie Cabin in the Woods, right? That they find down in the basement. That's what starts all the spooky shit in the movie.
Have you seen Cabin in the Woods, Tom?
I have, not for a long time though.
But
I've not seen it. Now I feel left out.
It's pretty good.
Good movie.
Describe it to me.
Well, there's a
Get into the
all
plot.
right, there's a cabin.
Okay. Where is it?
It's picture a forest. It's
Okay.
like that, but they call it the woods.
The Woods.
Yeah, the woods.
Is there a difference between a forest and a woods?
Just the name, just the label. And then it's supposed to be a send-up of like every scary movie ever. It's like
So it's a spoof.
it's a spoof.
Kind of, but it's not like a scary movie style spoof. It's more of an homage.
Yeah, that's a better way to describe it.
What,
yeah.
like Scream?
Kind of, yeah.
Because Scream was supposed to be like all the slasher elements combined into what is a slasher film,
Right.
but an
Yeah.
homage.
This is like, there's rules and conventions which they're sticking to, and then they're throwing out the window. Right?
It's very meta. It's very self-aware.
Yeah.
Really?
It's
Cabin in the Woods.
Flog cabin in the woods.
I know it's hard to believe, but you'd like it.
Would I?
Yeah.
I feel like people say that with very little understanding of what I'd like. Like, you'd like it. What, because you liked it?
Yeah, I mean, people say that to me a lot, and I'm like, you don't know me at all, because I don't like anything. That's a huge part of who I am.
I mean, everybody dies, and I feel like I like that in a movie.
You were doing pretty well to avoid spoilers until just then.
Everybody dies?
Everybody dies.
There's no one lives.
Everybody dies.
Just end, like everyone dies, credits roll.
Everybody.
Okay.
So did you see there was like when they do like the press interviews for the Avengers, and like a guy was like trying to say that almost like as a joke, like everybody dies, and then that's like actually what happens when Thanos like destroys like half the universe.
Whoa, another spoiler?
Yeah, what are the movies do you want to
watch
kill?
the Avengers? Come on, that's been out for years. If you haven't seen it by now.
That's a pretty good challenge. How many movies could you spoil in 30 seconds? Bruce Willis is a ghost. Darth Vader's his dad.
Snape kills Dumbledore.
3.
Wait, what?
The answer's 3.
What?
Snape kills Dumbledore.
Yeah.
But he's a good guy. That's not the spoil. Like,
What do you
Snape's
mean?
a good guy.
I mean, it's part of it. It's definitely a spoiler of that movie.
I guess. I don't know about this.
Well,
That's
it's 'cause
kind
it's
of
not
weird.
the spoiler?
Did you see there was that classic prank that guy did, like when they were doing like the book release of whatever Harry Potter book that was? I think maybe the Deathly Hallows Part 1 or whatever it was.
I mean, that was a movie, but sure. Books don't tend to come out in parts, mate.
Yes, they do.
The book came out in 2 parts.
What book comes out in part 1?
Well, wait.
It's just called the name.
Okay.
But then there's more
Like
books.
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, it's not like Lord of the Rings Part 1.
Episode 4.
But this classic prankster.
Sure.
He knew that spoiler and drove past all these kids lining up to get the new book and was yelling out, "Snape kills Dumbledore! Snape kills Dumbledore!" And you can see all these kids going, "No!" And he just drives off laughing to himself. And I was like, "That's good gear."
Hammo's like, good bloke. Would do it if I had the chance.
Someone did that at my sister's year 12 high school photo. Like they were all like 200 girls, all ready for their
And
photo.
they yelled, "Snape kills Dumbledore."
Someone yelled out, "Snape kills Dumbledore," and ruined the book.
That's
How about you?
awesome.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Spoilers, they're out there.
Imagine being that disappointed while in height order. Tragic. A true tragedy.
While everyone say holidays, and you're like, "No."
Dude, I remember at my school... Do you guys ever do a whole school photo? I did a whole school photo once.
Yeah, we did once.
So they do it like once every 6 years or something.
Yeah.
Like
I
to
guess.
just get everybody.
So everyone gets one.
Yeah.
Yep. Unless you're a dumb cunt, you're repeated. Then you get 2.
Oh man, I was in the whole school twice. Yeah, Gary, you're a fucking idiot, man.
Like the one guy who's experienced. I've been here before. Oh, you guys look pretty excited. It's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just remember we were there for so long, and it was just like, you know, I think I was in year 8, like, you know, probably the cuntiest year. Year 8 or year 9?
The
What do you
cuntiest
reckon?
year, as in to experience, or you are the cuntiest in it?
You are the cuntiest.
Yeah, I think definitely 8 or 9 because you've got that sort of like entitlement of feeling older, but also being like objectively very young.
Yeah, because like in year 7, you're still trying to make a good impression, right? You kind of, I'm coming from the little school, like the big school, and I want to be a good boy.
Yeah.
And then in year 8, you realize nothing matters. And you go for it.
You get that nihilistic that early?
You didn't?
I remember there being a lot of infrastructure for the whole school photo. Like they had to put up like the whole tiers. Like they must have had a team putting together that construction for a day or
Bit
two.
of scaffold?
Yeah.
There was some scaffolding.
Yeah.
Did I miss a segue stitch on the way there? Well, we were talking about year 8, and all of a sudden we were talking about scaffolding.
The whole school photo.
Yeah, I know, but okay.
What?
I thought we were what we talked about year 8, year 9. What was that about?
Oh, the cunty thing.
Yeah.
Oh, but he was just talking about the school photo again.
Okay.
He got over it. Apparently, Hammo was a cunt in year 7, and he wanted to gloss over that.
I was a great guy the whole way through. What are you talking about?
You're a champ?
Yeah.
You're a good bloke?
Champo.
Yeah, big chat. Having the boys.
I was going to let you finish that passion fruit sparkling water.
Is it? Oh, I was wondering why it tasted weird. I thought it was just water.
You
and
thought
I
it
was
was just regular
So
water?
I
Yeah.
got a saw either passion fruit or blood orange. And which one would you have gone with?
probably blood orange. But
Okay.
like, it's not a lot of passion fruit flavor.
hint. It's a
It's
zest.
an absolute hint. I was like, maybe this is just very old water. Like that was my, like it's just been around a while.
It's just a little zest. It's just.
Are you enjoying it?
I
Is this New Year, New You? You gone from Pepsi Max to Cappy Australian passion fruit?
Whenever I come to this studio to interview people for my solo podcast where they have harrowing tales.
What's that called, Andrew?
Shit's Gone Sideways.
Oh man, you probably have a listen.
Yeah. I always buy them a couple of these, a couple of cappies, and I let them choose their flavour. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to shout the boys a couple of cappies.
That's very kind.
Where do you get these from? Like from the studio or from...
No, just from the 7-Eleven across the road.
What does a cappy set you back?
$4 a pop.
Man, that's a
There
lot
used
more
to
than...
be a deal there, 2 for $6. The deal's over.
I really feel like we're bringing the like between Christmas and New Year energy to this podcast so far. Not a lot going on, but we're having a nice time, aren't we?
Some guys in their car right now are going, tell us more about the cappies.
2 for $6.
What happened to that deal? Which 7-Eleven? I want to write the ombudsman. Let's get to the bottom of this. Have you ever written the ombudsman? I'd like to.
No.
I'd like to have a dispute.
What do you get in touch with the ombudsman about?
Any kind of a grievance.
A grievance, a corporate grievance?
Yeah, like contractual grievance. Like I think you can go to the ombudsman. Like say your mobile phone contract is like in awry.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah, you can call the telecommunications ombudsman and be like, "Oi, I've been getting let down by insert fucking I'm not getting sued company here," and then they can play it out on your behalf.
Yeah, that's like like whenever when Optus went down for 24 hours or whatever at the end of December, and they
Allegedly.
allegedly,
And then the CEO had to resign. Out of humiliation.
Allegedly.
but then like 1,200 people call the ombudsman, and they're like, "Fuck, we know, we're on it."
Hey! If you're calling us, I don't think it's that bad. Let's start there, mate. We're Swedish. We're very practical, deeply practical people. Ombudsman's a Swedish thing.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
That was, I think, for some reason in law school we learned about the ombudsman.
Mm.
I don't know why, because they're kind of like a lawyer alternative. I don't know why.
What
we
are the
needed
fun
to know.
facts you got about ombudsman?
That's it.
It's Swedish.
I'm not going to try and spell it. I don't want to lose that again.
I think there was. I remember when I was lodging a complaint to the governor of Parklea Prison about the services there, that there was the next step above. I think was some kind of Department of Justice ombudsman.
Yeah. That'd make sense.
Mm. I didn't get that.
What was
far.
the complaint?
That guy's definitely not a real job. That's an intern on data entry money. It's like, can you just talk to these prisoners from time to time, will you?
Yeah, look, it's going to shock you. Some of these criminals have complaints. Real hard to do crime in here. Uniform, very unforgiving. I can't show my tats off.
Well, firstly, they wouldn't give me my Ventolin puffer, and I had asthma.
You had?
I
cured?
still have it. No.
Oh, okay.
Still have it, but they wouldn't give me one of those. And then also, I had a cold, and I asked for a Panadol, and they instead locked me away for 3 days pending a COVID test and never gave me a Panadol.
Oh.
And I was quite unhappy about that because, it was a fucking shit few days. And I wrote a letter to the governor of Parklea, and I started it poorly.
You started the letter poorly?
Yeah. I said...
I've just realised something.
What?
My microphone hasn't been working this entire time.
Oh,
I'm hearing it though.
Really?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, shit. I'm microphone 1. You're microphone 3. I was just looking at that being like, oh, no. We're missing a thing. Tom wasn't talking very much. I apologize for jumping in that story. I was just like, are there all 3 things going? And yes, there are. Sorry, I just had this thing where I'm like, oh, dear.
Yeah,
something's gone horribly
wrong. The first
wrong.
crisis of 2024. Averted.
Averted. Guys, it's going to be a good year.
I was going to have to call the ombudsman about that.
Microphone 3 is not working.
So can I continue my story about the letter to the governor?
Absolutely. Yeah, sorry.
So I started it poorly because my first few words were, "Dear Governor."
Is that bad?
No, it gets worse.
Oh, sorry. I was like, that seems fine. Seems respectful.
I'm writing to you to discuss my concerns with this Kafkaesque bureaucratic labyrinth.
What element of the prison was Kafkaesque? You didn't understand it?
The prison library only had one book, a thesaurus.
Why
and Andrew fucking rinsed it.
Because it was complicated for just the sake of being complicated. It was just that you would write request letters that would go in and then they'd never come back. You don't know whether anyone read it. There's no feedback. I was constantly asking for Panadol or for Ventolin, and they were like, we just need to go. We need to make a request. And then like I'd ask the next day, and it was like they'd never spoken to me before. It was like,
Were they playing mind games with you?
Mind games.
Shutter Island.
It was just you go insane. I'm like, I asked this yesterday. Like, oh, okay, we'll just write that down. It was always be a new nurse, and they'd have no memory of the fact that they had a conversation with you.
So you never saw the same nurse twice?
Well, sometimes you
What's
would.
happening to them?
Yeah.
Let's get the governor on this. Where are these fucking nurses going, mate?
I don't know. It was enough to drive you insane. Anyway, then I got moved to a normal prison. I think the letter...
Whoa. Question, officer. Parklea, not a normal prison?
It's a private institution. Private equals evil.
Kafkaesque, some say.
Kafkaesque. It's all about
private equals evil.
It's all about the
Communist Andrew over here.
Yeah.
Let's make it public. Let's do it.
Yeah. Then I got moved to a public prison. Got a Ventolin day 1. Boom.
Oh, did they give everybody Ventolin in public?
Day 1. And they were like, yeah, what are they doing over in Parklea? Those bloody money-grubbing bastards.
Whoa.
They talk smack. Not those exact words, but they did talk smack about Parklea.
At the other one?
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. All the public prison officers are like, yeah, you don't be working over there. It's miserable, mate. Miserable.
But surely the private guys get more cash.
Probably. But they work in a toxic culture. Do you really want to be working? Do you want to be working in a toxic culture?
When I came to work at this prison, the last thing I expected was a toxic culture.
They had written on the walls, right, Bionic, which stood for, believe it or not, I care. And I said, BIO. Yeah, believe it or not, I care.
I got the acronym. I was just confused by the concept. You're going to be like, what?
That was
believe it or not, sorry, let's go back.
That's way more letters than bionic.
Yeah, actually, bionic.
Barclay
Believe it or not,
Prison.
I comprehend. Move on, cunt.
Barclay Prison had this bionic word. It was like their principle. Like it's like their
motto?
Their motto.
Their mantra.
Yes, indeed.
Mantra.
Indeed.
Stands for man, Andrew, no, Daniel. Damn it. I'm lost again.
You're on a hot one there.
I'm lost again.
Bionic.
I got to stop spelling things on this podcast. Every time I do, everything turns to shit.
Well, believe it or not, I care.
You care.
Believe it or not, wait, so was this the public or the private prison that had that?
Private.
Oh,
and
right.
I said in my scathing letter to the governor, I don't believe you care.
Did you purport a different thing? They didn't care, in fact?
Yes,
Believe
exactly.
it or not, I don't care.
I don't believe you care one bit, one iota. And so I also said that because the culture they've created in there, no one is going to ask for medical help. And so therefore, when someone actually does get COVID, no one's going to speak up, and there's going to be an outbreak that you can't even handle. And then I got moved to another prison, and 10 days later, Barclay Prison had the biggest COVID outbreak in the country.
Wow.
Really?
Smoking gun.
Dude, they must have destroyed that letter.
Well, funny you say that, because I used the prison photocopier to make a copy of the letter.
And where is it now?
In my home. And for anyone who doesn't know, there's no such thing as a prison photocopier. You just write it a second time. Yeah. There you go.
So what you
People's photocopier. Repetition.
You just stand there and you sit there and you write it for a second time. And I wrote it word for word a second time. I have it at home.
Did you put a date on it?
Yep, I'm sure I did.
And you can't make those up. If it's on there in written pen. But so why did you keep a second copy?
Well, I thought that one day it could be damning evidence of something.
And upon my death, it will be sent to every journalist in the country.
And you can read all about this in my new book. Oh, yeah, that's something we should talk about. I finished the book. I'm writing a book. I finished the book on the last day of the year.
Last day of the year.
That's pretty exciting.
That felt good to get that out. It was cathartic. I don't know if it's dog shit. That's now up to my editors and publisher to read it and say, hey, Andrew, this is all right, or no, it needs a lot of work.
I mean, I really feel sorry for when you're going to have to make copies of that.
we need 100,000 copies. How long is it going to take?
Oh, no.
Get me a pen and some paper.
And a prison cell. That's the only time I got time for that. Just gets it. You get an email from your agent. Andrew, we're going to need a couple of copies to send out to the editor. Oh, no. See you in 2025.
Believe it or not, I'm copying.
That was very good. Andrew was going to move on. No, Tom, you deserve some credit for that. That worked. I should stay away from acronyms. I never worked in an office. It's not my thing.
Yeah, I'm hoping they'll just settle for the audiobook.
Andrew, we're going to need to upload it on multiple platforms. Oh, no. You're going to have to read it out again.
Yeah, Andrew thinks the audiobook's just like calling people up and telling them it over the phone. Where were we last time?
It's now a good time. How long you got? All right, we can get through a chat.
A signed copy of the audiobook. As you see, calling everybody Andrew Hamilton. Hang up. This is great. So you finished the book.
Finish the book.
Is it still the same title? Unexpected Benefits of a Stint in Prison?
The profound benefits.
Profound
It's
benefits.
profound.
It is profound.
Profound benefits of a stint in prison.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess now we don't even need to do a shoot for the cover. I think we're just using my image from my Melbourne Comedy Festival show. You know, the one with me with a microphone and handcuffs.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have a mugshot?
I don't. I have a photo from.
Man, this prison story's falling apart. I was like, oh, fuck.
I'm sure I could get one. if I
I can't
asked.
believe you paid a private prison to house him for a bit so we'd have a comedy festival hour. That's lamer than killing your dad. Glad I got to the bottom of this. Does this make me an ombudsman? Do you have a mugshot?
Why don't you have a mugshot?
I've got one from the day of my transfer to Barclay Prison, not the day of my arrest at the police station. I'm sure there's a mugshot we can ask them for.
I'd want that.
Yeah.
Would you? Kind of weird that you don't want that. Think about your mugshot.
I mean, it's not your best day. It's
but it's like pretty iconic.
Yeah.
It's a mugshot of you. You get to find out your height for the first time.
That's true. It does have that right behind you.
Yeah. That's exciting.
And
You could end up on some shitty teenager's wall next to Rosa Parks and Elvis Presley. You know those famous mugshot?
I look very miserable in the photo, and my hair is very grey in the photo.
Put it black and white for sure. For aesthetics.
It's a mugshot. It's from the past.
Yeah.
But it looks hell grey. Yeah. I look I'm having like the worst day of my life. And it wasn't the worst day of my life, but it was.
What was the worst day of your life?
You said...
I don't know. But like, I don't think it was.
You said it so confidently. Like, it definitely wasn't.
One time I had a 30 grand multi that had one leg to go, and I needed the Dragons to win, and they were favourites, and they lost. There we go.
Almost winning a multi, way worse than going to prison.
It was a 10-leg multi. I think people out there would like listen, be like, yeah, he's right. Yeah, it was a 10-legger, and the safest bet on the whole thing lost, and I could have and should have hedged my bets, and I was like, no, it's a sure thing.
Wait,
Dragons.
so did you put 30 grand on the multi, or were you going to win 30 grand?
No, I put like $500 on this multi.
And it was going to be 30 grand.
30 grand, and it was down to the last leg, and it was the favourites to win.
I mean, we don't need to go into exact figures, but how much money did you lose not selling drugs while in prison? I feel like it exceeded 30 grand.
Opportunity cost.
Yeah, millions. But like, you don't think about that at the time, This was just like, and this was when I was a lot.
But let's be honest, a lot of those millions would have gone to other unwinning multis.
Absolutely.
Just more despair.
Yeah, but you never know there's going to be an unwinning multi at the time. At the time, you think it's a sure thing.
I can't believe you don't want your mugshot.
We can get it. I'm sure we.
Is it public record? Could I get it?
I don't think so.
Can I just call up? Be like, oi, I want Andrew Hamilton's mugshot because I don't believe he went to prison.
Which ombudsman do I speak to?
Well, I had to... There was a guy when I first started posting TikToks about like the fact that I only did 4 months in there. He was like, oh, what are you, a fucking informant dog? And so luckily when I got sentenced, the judge kindly made the ruling public. It's readable. There's a link, and
we can read your ruling.
Yeah, you can read the ruling.
That's kind of fun.
Well, it's also great for me because it takes away
the first 3 chapters of my book.
It takes away any accusations that
you snitched,
that I was a police informant. So,
that's cool.
It's good to have that out there because if it's a sealed, if you got a really light sentence and it's like a sealed, confidential document, you're like, hold on, there's something here.
People are going to assume the worst.
Exactly right.
I'll be honest, it's a question that I had.
A lot of people did. But it turns out, no. I got very lucky that
I mean, you were due for some luck after that multi didn't come up.
And I'm a private school boy, they're like, oh, well, boys will be boys.
What luck.
By luck, I mean societal opportunity.
Yeah, it's really important to acknowledge your luck.
Oh, man, I got really lucky with that house, My dad gave me money. And then I bought it. That's how it worked. I'm really fascinated about this multi thing, but that's okay. So the book's done.
Why don't we stick... What are you fascinated about with the multi? Let's do it. Let's lean in.
Just just the fact that is worse than going to... because going to prison lasts a lot longer. Does not winning a multi last for 4 months? I thought it was kind of like the day of, and then you get over it.
Yeah, look, I'm just talking about that initial feeling on the day when it happened, because you just you thought I was just already doing a victory lap. Like I was already planning in my head how I was going to spend the money.
So tell me about the last leg.
I was 21 and I was just finished uni, so I was 30 grand was going to be a big deal,
right?
And so I was just at the pub, a few beers, and I had mates going, "Oh, you should hedge your bets, just in case you should put a few grand on the opposite happening, right?" And it was like an underdog team. I can't remember who the team was, but they were paying for $3.50 or something. I should have put a couple of grand on, but I was like, no, this is going to piss it in. And then
that's fucking smart. I never would have thought to do that.
I never would have thought to do that.
You got to hedge. You always hedge
on a multi. Yeah, because
when you get into the last leg, and it's like this. It's one of two options. You got to. There's a good security option is to hedge.
So it's just head to head. The last leg.
Head to head. Just needed the Dragons to win.
And how did the game go?
They scored the first try, and I'm like, here we fucking go, boys. And then they just lost terribly. It was all over by half time. It was just.
Do you think it was perchance rigged?
Well, I mean, we know State of Origin's rigged, but
You heard it here first.
I never thought that you'd be the controversial person on this podcast. But here we are, spreading rumors. I mean,
Hamilton's hot takes. Tune in.
Dude, the hottest clip we've ever had is you bloody talking about when to do coke at a wedding. Everybody feels very strongly about it. When at the time, I'm like, this is insane.
I didn't see in my head. I was like, this is not a hot take. This is mainstream,
Factual.
Right? And
the hot take for me, which I still maintain is definitely wrong, is the desserts thing. Because I was at a wedding on the weekend when no one was doing cocaine and there was a fuck ton of cake left.
Are you sure they weren't doing cocaine?
Well, I'm not sure, but I'm fairly sure.
Did anyone seem interested in having a conversation with you?
No.
Oh, well, then they probably were on it. That's a great one, because if they were also probably on it, that's hedging your fucking bet right there.
You had me checkmated there. I'm like, there's no...
I'm chatty. I don't want to waste it on Tom, right?
Well, I'm interested in talking to Tom. I got to call up my accountant and see if I can get this small business up. I'm on coke, baby.
Yeah, that video's blowing up. It's been shared over like 2,500 times now. It's
fascinating.
Now our most viewed video.
I'm going to a wedding in like a month.
Yep.
Not your one, another one. And like, yeah, I'm going to be hyper vigilant now. Like, I'm going to be very keenly aware. Like, let's just see if people start sniffing a bit more after mains.
And you organised your bag of cocaine before you organised the present for the wedding.
Is that the thing?
No, I'm asking. Did you do that?
No, I'm not partaking.
No,
I'm just watching.
Well, maybe you should.
Well, I mean, because
it enhances the wedding experience.
I just don't think it. I don't think it would. I think like the only time I'd want coke is at the start of the wedding, because that's when it's awkward, shitty small talk, and I'd like to take the edge off and just kind of be a bit chatty and lively.
Every wedding I'm at, I think, I wish this was more about me. And at least when you do cocaine, it feels like it is.
Well, Tom, at least on your wedding, that'll finally come true.
I know.
Don't you want to celebrate love?
Yeah.
By getting high on drugs?
By loving yourself the most ever and 30-minute increments, because Australian shit is terrible.
By just doing a monster key bump in the bathroom. Straight after the speech, just be like, fuck, good wedding.
Dude, congratulations. Hey, I mean it. Like, man, I did, as you know, yes. I partook in some, Ugg Drays. I'm bringing it back.
Here we go.
Ig Latin Pay. We're bringing it back. It's happening. New Year's Eve at a folk festival. I didn't want to do it.
Yes.
Someone else bought a bag. I'm not going to say who bought the bag, but they were like, come on, have a go. And I'm like, I don't believe in this product at all, but I can't say for sure. You know who might know? Andrew Hamilton.
Well, were you doing over-the-phone drug testing?
He called me. He called me on New Year's Eve and said, I have some question marks about this bag of cocaine. I'm in Perth.
Because I knew it was like, time zone-wise, he'd be up. Because this was like midnight in Queensland, so I'm like, I got at least 2 hours for Hammo.
And he knew that I could be a reliable bag consultant.
Sure.
Even from the other side of the country. And I didn't disappoint. I don't know if you know about this, but there's a test. Apparently, they don't do this in America, but in Australia, we do a little thing called the flashlight test, where you get your torch on your phone, and you just hold it under the bag and shine the light through. And if it glows like has a yellow tinge, it's Coke.
Okay.
And if it glows just straight white through, then it's not Coke.
Right.
Yeah. And so that is sometimes when I've been at home and I've been so high I can't remember if my bag in my hand is cocaine or ketamine. The only way I can tell is with the torch.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is just such an important thing to know.
You really
incredibly important thing to know.
Absolutely.
Not just in terms of effect, but also in line size.
Yeah.
I learned that recently. I made that mistake. I chopped up a line of ketamine being like a line of cocaine, and right in the hole. Right in that hole, baby.
Down a very different rabbit hole. Yeah.
Do you do lines of ketamine or just bumps of ketamine?
You can do both, really. It depends on the quality of the gear and your resilience, I guess, your fortitude.
Yeah, I was like shit-faced, and like this is like a cocaine-sized line, and I just smashed it, and immediately it was like, mistake. just deep into the hole for like a long time.
Yeah, there's two different kinds of ketamine from my understanding from the chemistry. There's like two different isomers. There's like an I isomer and an R isomer, and they give you like either a body high or a head high. And the head high is much more fun. That's like when you really start tripping out. But
So did you do the flashlight test?
No. This was, I knew it was ketamine. You mean talking about
for New Year's?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, so I thought back on the ketamine thing. You ever done so much ketamine you think horses are mad at you? That's where I was at in life. Yeah. The next day, we were driving through the country and I saw them and I'm so sorry.
That's the right amount, by the
way. Anyway, so yeah, New Year's, we did it and yeah, it was just not. And I knew it because like, look, you know when someone offers you drugs and you just look at them and you're like, they're not going to be good. And I can know this guy.
Sorry, they don't look high enough with the drugs they're offering you?
No, just like their vibe.
You're not the kind of person who's going to be having good drugs.
Yeah. Like it was a folk festival. Bad place to try and find cocaine.
Because they were dodgy or because they were out of the know?
Just because they didn't look dodgy enough.
Oh, okay.
This is like a dude in a fucking top hat with little goggles on it. I'm like, this is going to be shit.
Yep.
Lock it in.
And so what was it?
I don't know. It was just garbage. Like, it was funny because he sold some stuff that other people were hanging out with. And like, it was just funny watching them have like all the like side effects of drugs, but none of the effects.
Yes.
Just absolute, they just kind of, but like no happiness.
Yeah.
I agree. The dodgier the person looks, the more likely I am to trust them with their good drugs.
100%.
Like if I was there in an alleyway with like some like shifty looking Middle Eastern businessman who I wouldn't feel comfortable with any of my sisters hanging around with, I'd be like, and this guy offers me cocaine, I know it's going to be absolute A-grade cracker.
It's going to be, yeah. No, I agree with that 100%. Yeah. Just like, you just want a bit of a shifty dude.
Yeah.
Like, you know, if they seem like chill, it's like, no.
Yeah. They make your skin crawl, you know, it's going to like,
If I feel unsafe, then I'm like, yes, we're on here. But yeah, that was...
Did you try to make people feel unsafe when you were dealing cocaine?
Absolutely. Whenever they came over to my house to buy drugs, I try and cut off their space. I'm a close talker.
Tell them weird stories. Ask them about various conspiracies.
Man, you here to buy drugs? Hey.
You know 9/11 was an inside job, right?
You're not a cop, are you? You have to tell me if you are.
The chest tap really did gross me out. And I know you quite well. I was like, this is yuck. This is no good.
Do you have any cocaine?
I mean, I think you could have just achieved that with things I already know about you, which is mainly you being like, hey, want to watch this ad on my 8K TV? It's like, can I just get the shit and go? Is that a possibility? Oh,
fair.
Yeah, but that was my New Year's folk festival. I'd never done comedy at a folk festival, and I realised spending time at a folk festival, I think they're druids. I think they're modern day druids.
What is exactly a druid?
Just like they kind of worship nature in like a almost religious way.
Oh, is that what druid means?
I think so.
Yeah, okay.
I think there's like probably like an animal element, like nature itself and animals, flora and fauna.
Right.
There's kind of like a spiritual connection to it, and they feel closer than others, and they make little rituals to let nature know that they care.
Like a shaman?
Yeah, is that?
Yeah. I think so. I think a shaman is like, I don't know, druid. I just picture like Stonehenge in my head. Maybe that's more like pagan.
Yeah.
Okay.
You get what I mean.
Are there
cultish vibes?
Not semi-cult. Like, you know, but like the music festival is like a cult for 5 days, you know?
Yeah.
Like you go in deep for the 5 and then you go back to being an accountant or whatever.
How long did you do comedy?
Like in terms of minutes?
Yeah.
I did 15s, I think.
What kind of material?
Were they vibing comedy?
Yeah.
Well, the one thing was weird because I've done comedy at festivals in the UK and they do it in the afternoon, which in my head makes total sense. Because like you're kind of in there, like it's before like the bigger bands start playing. Like maybe you don't want to get on a mosh yet. So you go watch some comedy, kind of ease in, and then you know, jump into the music. Whereas this was at night they did it. It was I did 7:30 starts and then a 9:30, which I thought, and at 10 actually. Which I thought was fucking late for comedy at a festival.
Absolutely. Were there a lot of people, I imagine, would be on these things on drugs? Are they big laughers, or are they just sitting there like...
This was more family-ish.
Okay.
It definitely had a family-friendly vibe. It was interesting watching the shift like throughout the day. Like, you know, when you went past midnight, that's when it was like all young people. Before that, you'd see kids around. Because it's hippies and they bring their kids to shit and it's weird. Like, I was bringing in the New Year's, watching Costa from Gardening Australia be a cover band. Very weird. But
he's in a cover band?
He's the lead singer of a cover band.
Oh, what do they cover?
Songs.
As far as like a specific genre?
No, it goes around. He did like Kylie and some more like soul-y stuff. Like it's pretty fun. Like, you know, he's got a lot of charisma. But the next to that, there was like a kid next to me on a chair, and I'm like 15 beers deep, bro. Like, and they have this weird ritual where you hold a candle and you think about all the people that aren't there. But like, I was holding the candle like quite close to me, and I kept almost blowing it out when I breathed. You would have had no fucking luck. And like, yeah, and all I was thinking about was just blowing the candle out the whole time. Like that was, you know what I mean? It's like supposed to reflect it. I'm just there being like, it's almost out. Fuck, what do I do? Should I put my hand in front of my face?
Is the candle optional? Can you just say no candle for me?
No, the whole festival shuts down at 11:30 p.m. on New Year's Eve, and you like all the music stops, everybody stops moving, and there's just complete silence in this like, 30,000 person festival.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
But druids.
Druids,
you know what I mean?
Big druid vibes.
Yeah, they're thinking about the sun.
Yeah.
Like it'll be a good harvest. That's
I'm
where they're
picturing
at.
a lot of body hair. A lot of
Like
hair
on me?
A lot of hairy-legged women.
No.
Armpit hair.
A lot of armpit hair, surely.
No, not really.
No?
It wasn't that. Maybe. I mean, I wasn't really looking. To
I'd
be
be
fair,
I'd be smelling. I'd be looking.
You'd be sniffing.
Not even deliberately. Like I just couldn't help. They'd waft towards my giant nostrils.
But it's outdoor. You know, like how much waft have you got if you can be pungent in a completely outdoor camping space?
They find it. The druids find a way, I reckon.
Well, they got more powerful noses. These goddamn druids. But the one thing that I wanted to talk about from the festival was it was in Queensland, and Queensland is an hour behind New South Wales. Yep. So their midnight is like 1 a.m. In New South Wales. And so everyone's like, New Year's in an hour. And I'm like, it's already New Year's Eve. It's already New Year, cunt. Like,
it's 2024 where it matters.
Yeah. Like, don't you reckon?
Yeah.
Like, I really felt that. Like, when I've been overseas, like, then it's, like, completely different. But I'm like, there is the most populous state in Australia where it's already New Year and it's directly south of... This is weird.
Yeah, it'd be New Year's now if your farmers had less power.
Yeah, but they don't. Actually, wait, they do have lots of power. You know why? Druids. Well, they respect the sun god. That is what daylight saving is.
It was weird being in Perth because...
3 hours behind?
Yeah, 3 hours behind.
Yeah.
And, where I was, there wasn't really any, like, fireworks or anything. It was just, like, we were just at a house party, but it was pretty subdued. And I was so used to...
Did you have the TV on the fireworks?
No.
ABC coverage?
No.
Oh.
Nothing.
Nothing to be... Because I found the lack of explosions weird.
Oh, they didn't have any at Woodford?
I don't think so. I was pretty drunk and watching Costa, so I was distracted.
Yeah.
I didn't hear any fireworks. Didn't hear any dogs freak out.
It was just midnight, and it was like, hey, and then we hugged, and then that was it.
That was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, last year I was in Newcastle, like actually hosting a show, and then the one thing with Newcastle for New Year's Eve, they have 9 p.m. fireworks, and that's it.
Really?
Which, like, so everyone goes around to, like, the bit, like, the kind of bay thing, watches 9 p.m. fireworks, and then just goes home.
Yeah, right.
It's real odd.
Because I had heard the 9 p.m. fireworks were to, like, kind of empty out a crowd for the midnight fireworks, so it wouldn't be too packed by then.
Oh, like turn them over like 2 sittings at a restaurant.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought it was just for families, for the kids to come out for a bit.
Yeah. If you got youngers, they can't make it to midnight. But I just find it, like, to do nothing at midnight felt odd. Like, I didn't, like... I still kind of... I don't feel New Year-y yet. Because of this... Because of how I spent New Year's Eve. And I never thought it was like an important holiday at all. But now I'm genuinely... I got weirded out.
So what you're saying, Newcastle sucks?
No. We like Newcastle. We're there on Saturday. Yeah. Shut up. I like Newcastle.
There we go.
Love Newcastle Comedy
You've
Club.
heard it here first. We love Newcastle.
We love Newcastle.
It just felt weird. Because like, then we went to the hotel and like watched it on like TV. And that kind of felt like a thing. But at Woodford, it was like very strange.
Yeah.
Like, just in the way that it was like, it's New Year's now. Costa's singing Kylie. We made it.
They're working on their nightlife in Newcastle. They got a comedy club there.
Yeah.
They got things happening. One of these days, they may have midnight fireworks.
But, like, don't you find it weird there's nothing? Are we just used to it because of Sydney? Because Sydney's, like, so New Year's Eve fireworks heavy. Like, even as a kid, I remember, I think we made it to midnight.
Yeah.
Like, it just felt odd.
I think it is a big Sydney thing. I think, like, obviously lots of places have it, but I think Sydney take a lot of pride in it.
Wait, do other places have New Year's Eve? This is weird.
And fireworks.
And fireworks. Yeah. No, I know what you mean. But I just, like, yeah, because in Berlin I did it, and, like, there, like, everyone just lets off fireworks.
Yeah.
Like, you do your own fireworks, which is pretty chill. I like that.
What does Canberra do? Because you can get your own fireworks in Canberra.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if... Are we just like... Is this just a Sydney thing where we just assume there's stuff at midnight everywhere? Or is it, like, way less common than you think? Does Perth have midnight fireworks? I wouldn't think so. You wouldn't bloody know, mate. You was in a house party.
Yeah, I was at a house parry, and it was only about 6 of us, including...
I don't know if that's a house party, bro. I think that's a dinner with a kick on.
So I was there with Mickey Bartlett.
Oh, I love Mickey.
And we were having some beers. That was great. And then they knew another couple, and they left before midnight. And I was like, these guys are soft. But then they went home because he was like shitting a brick because he'd planned to propose.
Oh.
And he went home and proposed to his missus just there, the two of them. He could have done it at the house party in front of, well, I say house party, in front of 4 people.
Well, DJ, cut the music. Hit pause on shuffle. I got an announcement.
But yeah, so then they FaceTimed us at like 12:05. They're like, oh my God, and there was a ring. And I was like, that could have been more fun if we were there.
So
do you want to come back?
You didn't want us to be a part of this, hey?
Random dude who you've just met.
Yeah, no, it was a weird New Year. Tom, what did you do? You're in Brizzy?
I was in Brizzy.
Did they have a midnight thing, or did you just not make it to midnight?
I didn't make it to midnight. I haven't made it to midnight in years.
Fucking pussy.
Jesus Christ.
What's for me at midnight?
I don't know. Hope. Hope for the future. That's what midnight is, isn't it? It's like,
someone get this guy some cocaine or ketamine.
Get a little bit of
just keep him up for a few more hours.
a bit of hope up this guy's nostrils, please.
I mean, what we got was not hope. It was despair. The complete opposite. Hopes were dashed earlier into a new year than ever before. Yeah, but no, have you, honestly, when's the last time you went to midnight? For real? Weren't you overseas last year for New Year's?
Oh, where was I last year? I was in London. Where was I?
Did you not make it to midnight in London?
No.
What's going on?
It's not a midnight guy.
What have you got on New Year's? What have you got New Year's Day?
Okay, but
what's happening?
I'm in London with my family and Beatty.
Yeah.
It's like there's nowhere we're not going to. Like, what am I going to do? Did I make it? Maybe I did make it to midnight just, but it was not like a thing. Like, we were walking home we went to Top Secret Comedy Club just to watch for the evening, and then walked home maybe during midnight. I don't know. But I'm not going to go like line up by the Thames and watch the fireworks or whatever. Like, what's the point?
You're not a loser.
I got to get to sleep.
Also,
New Year's Day, I got the gym.
Now we know when we eventually have the floggers meetup. When we go to Wahlburgers or something, the hours are going to have to be like 7 till 10. Something realistic for Tom to even make it.
Hey, do you guys have a non-alcoholic Wahlbrewski?
I just like the idea that Tom is a comedian. He's like, hey, Tom, do you want a headline? He's like, nah. That's a bit late. Can I open? I want to get out of here as soon as possible.
Yeah, for sure.
I just can't. I mean, I don't know. But I'm like late night. I mean, we've been over this, like just the fact that I can't dine in Sydney at 10 p.m. like drives me insane. Whereas Tom's like, I didn't realise anyone wanted to do that.
Yeah, what do you mean cafe's not open at 5:30?
I need it at the morning. So wait, but all right, we got New Year's, new flogs. It's our time to grow. Shall we reveal our resolutions for one another?
I think we should. Let's do it.
So we've all written 3 resolutions for each other.
Yes.
Right?
So everyone gets 6. But yeah, I don't know how to send them to you.
Oh yeah, how do we want to do this?
I was just going to get you to read mine yours off my phone.
Okay, wait. I think I figured out a way. To do this. We can take a little chill. Tom, how long have we been doing? How's the battery doing?
We've done 46 minutes. I think the battery's looking pretty good. Like, it's not,
You beauty.
We're at 37% battery.
All right, check this out. This is how I'm doing this. I'm getting 2 photos and I'm cropping them both. So then I can send each thing to you.
But wait, do we want to get them all on one page? Do you know what I mean?
I was just going to send you yours, then send Hammo his. Is that all right?
Sure.
I just, everyone just send each other the ones they got.
All right, shit.
Did you guys actually do any goals for New Year's? I haven't done my goals. I've been too busy.
I have.
Good. Goals are good.
I know. I thought of you.
Good man.
When you sent the message, I was like, okay, I'll get on it. Are we putting it, or are you just sending it via
I was just sending
WhatsApp,
it to you via
whatever?
WhatsApp, yeah. Oh, man. I thought we'd be a little bit rusty coming back, and we kind of have been, but kind of not.
The first 30 were hot, I thought.
Really?
I thought so.
Yeah, the New Year's Eve stuff was kind of shit.
New Year's Eve stuff was a bit shit, but like the prison stuff was good, and you talking about the book was good. Spoilers was kind of funny.
Yeah. I like the... I photocopied it. That really made me laugh. Just try it again.
It's just one of those inside jail jokes. They're like, oh, mate, you should fucking use a prison photocopy for that one.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think like what the jail equivalent of a street joke is. Yeah, it's a bit of a yard joke. Anyone can make it out there, you know.
All right, I'm saving these to my photo roll so I can just like flick through them. Is that what you guys are doing?
Wait, so I got one from Tom and one from Andrew.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta send you mine.
All right, who wants to kick things off in terms of the goals? I mean, I guess. Wait, Tom hit the New Year first because you were in New South Wales.
I was in Brisbane.
Oh, you're in Brisbane, so we hit at the same time.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll go first if you like.
Go for it.
I didn't know it was the New Year until the next morning, so you go.
Yeah, Tom hit the New Year at like 5:30 a.m. on the dot, New Year's Day.
I've in my resolutions for you guys, I've written almost like as affirmations to explain why those are the resolutions. So go ahead.
Okay, you've made this sound so puzzling now.
All right.
Yeah.
Just read them.
Wait, yeah. So from Andrew, all right. First one, New Year's resolution. This is for me. I'm a thirsty boy. Spelt B-O-I for boy.
Thirsty boy.
This year, I will stop being a drink coward and choose more beverages to wash down my food with.
There we go. There we go. That's a good one.
We can, you know, I can start this resolution on Saturday on the way to Newcastle.
Yes.
And we do our thing. We can have a little stop
You bet.
at the twin servos, the dueling servos.
Can't wait. Can't wait.
And, you know, I'll get a bloody beverage, man. It'll probably be a McCafe iced coffee. Go fuck yourself.
This will be hot Flog content.
Am I doing all three or should I do all three?
Yeah, do all three.
I am worthy of praise. This is the year that I will warmly accept compliments and let them wash over me because I am a handsome, brilliant comedian and that should be acknowledged regularly. I mean, I agree with that last bit. I'd never admit it. Finally, I'm a sex symbol. This year, when my wife asks me to do something sexy, I will connect Spotify to the nearest speaker. Music shall begin. Soulful Spanish music will fill the air as I begin to step and reveal I have been secretly learning to dance the flamenco. I will take Mary by the hand as we dance, as the music takes over and passion leads us through the night. I am not the same man. I am now Don Muggletonio. That said, say with a Spanish accent, and fuck me, I found it fast.
You did nail it.
Happy with that?
There we
Fuck,
go.
someone really does fancy themselves a writer these days, don't they? Published author, Andrew Hamilton.
Yeah, I mean, fucking long resolutions, brother.
Yeah, no, I didn't realise. Mine are going to seem very short in comparison.
I'm really annoyed because I just remembered one that I had for Hammo.
Well,
You can still put it. Wait, are you going to read mine as well, or?
Oh, I do all of them.
you
Okay,
think so?
sorry.
I've been struck down with the flu all week, and so I haven't been doing anything. So today I was like, I'm really going to throw myself into this stuff, boys.
And man, you bloody did.
Fucking hell.
Good on you. Way to commit, brother.
You're welcome.
Okay, so this is from Tom. Tom's a bit of brevity, which let's be honest, I appreciate. Get circumcised so I can get back to enjoying my 2 liters of nudie juice. I miss it so much. You need to understand, like, I just every day I've been to the supermarket, I've walked past the juice aisle and felt sad.
Yeah, I think an adult circumcision is more for you. I think you'll miss your foreskin less.
What is the latest thruster update? Are we good down there?
We're feeling pretty good. The boys are feeling clean.
Things are working.
Things are looking all right.
There we go.
Good aesthetic. And I got news back from the dermatologist. No thrush.
No thrush.
Congratulations.
The swab was thrush free.
Thrush free.
Attaboy.
Thrush free since 2023. Finally, I said that smoother. Thrush free. Oh well, you do your best you can. Admit to myself, my fellow floggers, and the rest of the floggosphere that McCafe Coffee was a shameful and embarrassing Macca's draft pick. Never. Fucking never. I will be buried with McCafe Coffee in the coffin.
I mean,
like pharaohs with gold. I'll fucking do it.
Sweet and sour sauce while you're at it as well, please.
Yeah, that's awful.
Dude, they were both good picks.
Sweet and sour sauce, terrible pick.
I'm upset with both of you. Thought it was going to be a new year. Bringing up old grievances. And the final one, find more excuses to do my Lebanese accent. Not a problem, mate. I'll be right fucking back in there. Don't you worry. I've been doing them off stage, brother. People at family Christmas confused. Grandpa did not like it. He's like, that's why I left Wiley Park in the first place.
You know, my mate that runs Confit, I hadn't shared that video because I was like, oh, maybe he'll hate that clip.
Yeah.
But then he got sent it to him by one of the board of directors from Confit. It was like, check out this stupid shit. It was like and it's you doing the accent.
Con the Fruiterer.
Look, if you'd like me to do any voice work for radio...
He loved it. They loved it.
That was so funny when we found a video of actually Con the Fruiterer, and you're like, who the fuck was I thinking of?
Dude, to this day, I'm asking people. I'm doing the voice and being like, who is this? In like comedy green rooms. Because like we got to give what comedy the respect it deserves. Huge part of Australian comedy in the 90s especially. And I'm like, someone must know what this voice is. And no one has. I've asked actual Italians. I've found them. Not easy, but I found them.
Is it like that? Was it the Mandela effect? We know when you just make up like a fact, make up something that like that we all think existed, but like
is that the Mandela effect? I think on this podcast it's the Tom Hardy effect. That cunt said everything.
All right, Tommy, you going?
All right, I'll go.
Thank you for my resolutions, boys. I feel like just out of the 6, I think there's a very good chance of 3, actually 4. So all of Hammo's, actually no, the flamenco, 3. 2 of Hammo's, 1 of Tom's.
You don't want to become Don Muggletonio?
Don Muggletonio. Sí, mi bueno. Yeah.
The affirmations really thrown me on Hammo's once. I am a poopy boy.
I don't think that Hammo knows what an affirmation is. Just like, just describe yourself. I am, insert something.
You say it in front of the mirror every day. Do you believe it?
What do you say in front of your mirror every day?
That people are going to really, really enjoy your book.
Believe it or not, I care.
That comes up in my nightmares.
I'm a poopy boy. I will shit once a day, every day, even if it kills me. Even if that means I have to go to open mics and perform to 3 people just to get a shit out that day, so be it.
Nice. That's stunning and brave.
So funny. Because, you know, comedians just like, I just got to go to an open mic, get this shit out.
I am no longer a depraved sex addict.
Wow.
This year I finally go to counselling to talk about my bizarre, unspeakable fetish that I've kept secret from my betrothed, and that only my fellow members of Flog Cabin and 13 members of Cirque du Soleil know about.
That's very brave, Tom.
That is brave, dude. Good of you for getting that out
Did
there.
you say bizarre instead of bizarre?
Yeah. I heard
Bizarre? I meant to say bizarre, for sure.
That's what happened. Said like brazier. And I'm like, I lost this cunt in a spelling bee. He's a writer. Published author Andrew Hamilton. He's rebranding from ex-con.
I am an alpha in a world full of betas. This year, I don't need to ask permission if we can stop for a McFlurry. Beatty and I won't just have sex fortnightly when she wants to. I am calling the shots. Watch out, world. Assertive Tommy is in town, and you'd better recognize.
There we go.
That's nice.
That a boy.
I mean, the McFlurry one seems good. The Beatty one seems like she should have a say. I don't know if you're aware of how marriages work, Andrew.
He should speak up for himself a little bit more. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, Beatty, can we? I'm willing to sacrifice 7 minutes of sleep if you are.
I know it's past 10 p.m.
All right, from Dan Muggleton. I want to finally visit Columbine. I've dreamt about it for so long and I'm ready. Beatty agrees it's the perfect honeymoon spot.
Dude, treat yourself.
Okay. This year, I'm going to meet a Jewish person and ask them about their religion. I'm going to purchase a car that isn't a Volkswagen Golf. I'm not a North Shore kid living at home anymore. It's time. Absolutely not.
Nice. Flip the script. This is a year of growing.
You can do it, dude. Get an Audi. Change it up.
What you fuckheads got for me?
I'm really annoyed. I'm going to text Hammo. Look, is it against the rules?
So what?
To add one more?
Just give you one more.
All right, you can
I'll
add more.
text you because I know exactly what it is.
All right, you can add more.
I just forgot.
Sure, I'll wait then.
No, you can do Tom. You can do Tom's for. Actually, no.
No,
I should react. I should be there. I've enjoyed these resolutions a lot.
They've been funny.
They're somewhat heartfelt.
Yeah,
but also rude.
Yours certainly weren't heartfelt.
There's also
Tom, I want you to go there. Visit the high school. Walk the halls.
For anyone that didn't see the Instagram story this week on the Flog Cabin Instagram page, we also were laughing about the fact that Dan had to message both Tom and I about this resolution thing to say, hey, it needs to be stuff that's relevant to our identities on the pod.
Hey guys, let's not get too heartfelt in these resolutions. You know how we get on the podcast.
Fuck.
Look, I just thought it had been a while since we'd been in the cabin and we might have forgotten what the cabin feels like. Just fucking, aren't you glad I did?
Yeah.
This could have been chaotic. This could have been me telling Hammo how I really feel. If you chew around me again, I'm pushing you out of the car.
Our vloggers are like, oh, Columbine, because we called him like a school shooter like fucking like 7 episodes ago. Yeah. McCannon.
Also, McCannon being Flog Cabin Cannon makes no sense. It should be Flog Cannon.
Oh yeah, that is better. I've been really fixated on McCannon.
I don't know why McCannon became synonymous with Flog Cabin.
Because it's the only time that we really got into the nitty gritty of what is and isn't canon.
About McDonald's.
Yeah. Flog Cannon.
Flog Cannon.
Flog Cannon.
Flog Cannon. Yeah, that sounds much better. All right, am I doing this yet?
Yeah.
All right. Have you sent it to me?
Done.
All right. Okay.
What is...
Okay, number 1.
Here we go.
In 2024, I'm going to eat 3 pies for lunch. I've been a 2-pie hero for too long.
The reading won't change. New year, same diction.
It's time to be a 3-pie legend. Number 2. This year, I'd like... this is going to be one that's going to really push me to the edge. This year, I'd like to reduce my mouth sounds.
Yeah.
Even as a stand-up, Dan has to cut my clips to avoid me smacking my lips. It's annoying, and I'm going to be better.
You realize that after smacking my lips, you literally went... Why? How hydrated do you need to be?
Do you see how dry these things are?
I'm going to chap you up before we record from now on.
Chap you up?
I'm going to chap you the fuck up. Chapo. Yeah, forget Don Muggletino. I'm El Chapo now.
El Chapo. El Chapitan.
What's that Lucas Pawpaw ointment? That's what we need to get sponsored by.
Yep.
Yeah, I can rub that in every day. Fresh on the pod. Number 3, I am going to give an acceptance speech. I don't know when. I don't know why. But I'm going to do it.
It's going to be huge whenever you do eventually win.
Holy shit. It better live up to the hype.
Most improved from Parklea Prison.
When you win the Booker Prize, you're going to be like, look, people said I couldn't win a Best Newcomer at the Melbourne Comedy Festival 2023. But I'm here to show them. Oh, fuck, I forgot the rest of the speech. I should have made a photocopy.
Number 4. This year, I'm going to learn how to emphasize syllables.
I mean, I fucking capitalized the second half of the words and you didn't give it anything. Or was that you learning just then?
No, I was trying to emphasize the wrong parts then. Did I do it too well?
You didn't do it at all.
You did the opposite of what you were meant to do. What actually happened is you've neutralized the initial effect through some kind of reverse engineering, some reverse psychology.
Oh my God! Wait, I just realized, Andrew, you're not smacking your lips enough during the pod. If you could smack them more, that'd be great.
I got to try to get this year. I'm gonna learn how to emphasize syllables.
Good stuff.
Good.
Better.
There we go.
We did it.
Good stuff. Is that what I actually sound like all the time? That's really annoying.
Yeah.
You're telling me.
All right, here we go. Oh. This is Tom's list. Number 1, I'm going to make a list of all the lists I could list in 2024. That's going to be one hell of a list. Number 2, I'm going to graduate from movie school and complete my thesis proving that Mel Gibson is the lethal weapon. And number 3, save vital time in my day by inventing some new abbreves. Should that have been an abbrev? Should I have just said...
I think we would have said abrev.
Abrevs?
Abbreves is an abbrev of abbreviation.
Yeah, but for some reason it's a Brevs.
Okay.
A Brave still sounded too long.
So Mary said, "Can you get me a Jatz?" And I was like, "That sounds weird."
A Jatz.
A Jatz.
A Jatz. A singular Jatz.
Yeah. Right?
A Jat.
Yeah. I like Jat.
Jat. One Jat, several Jats. I think so.
That sounds normal, right? Like, I'm not going crazy.
Technically, that's correct, yeah.
But no, because it's Jats. They're just Jats crackers.
It's an Oreo, right? It'll say Oreos on the packet.
Can I have an Oreo?
Can I have an Oreo?
Yeah, but it's a Z with Jats, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but still, I think if you're having a singular Jats, it's a Jat.
I think it's a Jat, but then my mum got very cross with me for correcting my wife again.
She's a Daniel Muggleton.
But I was like, yeah, it should be a Jat. Can I have a Jat and cheese?
I want the floggers to weigh in on this. Is a singular Jats a Jat?
I think it's a Jat.
I feel like it's a Jat.
Because like a Jat's cracker.
A Jat's Jats cracker.
Oh,
or is
fuck. Is it Jats all you need, or does cracker need to be in there?
Because if it's a Jat, it's not Jat. Oh, a Jat's cracker. A Jat cracker.
Mary said the craziest shit to me the other day. She was like, "Yeah, can you get some Jats from the supermarket?" And I was leaving the house, and she ran after me. And she was like, "No, sorry, a Ritz." I was like, "You fucking kidding me?" Like, I don't think anyone can tell the difference. I think we could do a blind taste test.
No,
Jats Ritz.
Ritz is a downgrade.
Is Ritz lower than a Jats?
Ritz is, I think, it's a downgrade because.
But is it a Ritz?
Do you guys not have Jats money? Mary's like, what am I thinking? We can't afford Jats. Get Ritz.
No, I've spent quite a lot of time with both crackers, and
I spent a lot of time with, as opposed to eating them, just hanging out, going to the beach, watching a movie. You fucking lunatic.
Drawing little smiley faces on and Vegemite.
It doesn't have the
Pet rocks. What about Pet Jats?
A Ritz just doesn't have the tensile strength. It's in a dip, it'll crumble far more easier, and you'll have it'll just be in 4 or 5 pieces. You got to put your finger in there to get the rest of the Ritz out.
I just want to really
awkward at a party. A Jats will hold up.
I just want to contrast very quickly tensile strength to more easier. Same sentence.
I'm a complicated man.
Same guy. Same sentence. Same book writing author. Sorry, I haven't had my editor work on the second half of that sentence.
Yeah, he didn't get a degree in literature. He got a degree in writing. Wait, shit, that's the same. Damn it! I can't even make. What would it be?
What were you trying to say?
I'm trying to make it into movie school. I got all tied up.
I'm picturing that scene out of The Simpsons with the monkeys at the typewriter. Like, it was the best of times. It was the blurst of times.
I'm just like, now I want to run a test between Jats and Ritz for tensile strength. Just fucking load them up with weight.
We're going to have to do it. I definitely want to do a blind test to see if Hammo can tell the difference.
I absolutely could tell the difference.
You think so?
You think you could tell the difference in taste? Yes. What about in sound? If I was to snap a Ritz next to your ear and snap a Jats next to your ear,
I reckon I could tell the difference.
I know. I said a Jats. A Jat. Is it a Rit though?
It's not a Rit.
Ah, fuck. Now we're in trouble here.
Back to square one.
Why didn't Mary want a Jats? Why was she keen on a Ritz?
I don't know.
It's
chicks, bro.
It's definitely the inferior of the two crackers, in my opinion.
But what's the other one? Sayo.
Oh, no one cares for a Sayo.
Is
that in the same biscuit
right?
family?
I don't think so.
Cracker family, not a biscuit. Cracker family.
No, you would
Speaking
go...
of cracker families, Tom, how was Christmas? Here we go.
I'm the only white person on this podcast?
For some reason, I consider you the whitest.
Yeah, okay, sure.
I'm really sad you didn't say thanks.
Thanks.
Appreciate you, Dan. Yeah, but
yeah, I wish we had some biscuits and dip.
A Jat
and dip?
A Jat and a Rit?
Well, you can't just sit here and eat Jats, dry Jats.
Dude, she goes dry Jat.
Oh,
she'll take a Jat dry, no cheese. Jat me up.
But she just wants a Ritz dried out instead.
Yeah.
Oh, what's going on in your household?
Fuck, it's bad stuff.
It's bleak. It's real bleak.
It's going all right. We're happily married. I like the rest of yous. Tom soon.
Yeah, but we got Jats.
We got that Jats, mate.
We got Jats.
Yeah.
Dude, if I go to your wedding and see a single Ritz, Ritz, fuck,
Ritz.
It is Ritz though.
It's definitely Ritz.
Ah, why are we stuck?
Could Jats and Ritz? Is it like Jats crackers, as in they belong to Jat?
No, it's a Z. It's not an apostrophe S.
No,
it's a Jats.
It's Jats. Jats Ritz.
I don't know.
I was very convinced it was a Jat, but Ritz has really undone the whole thing now.
Thrown a spanner in the old works. Do you reckon there's a Jats family?
the Jatzes.
The Jatzes.
Yeah,
honey, you want to bring the Jatzes over for dinner? They always have immaculate hors d'oeuvres. We love it when the Jatzes come. Gonna have to get some French onion dip though. Take it out of the container, put it in a bowl. Everyone will know.
Well, we can't have the Jatzes over now that Sally's dating that young Ritz boy.
Let me tell you something about a Ritz boy. Lacks tensile strength. Snapped a shin the other week out of nowhere. The kid's weak. This is a Jatz house. It'll always be a Jatz house. Imagine being an international listener and being like, what the fuck is going on?
I remember one time my dad came home, found me eating a Ritz, made me eat the whole box.
Which was pretty easy. They're not very filling, unlike a Jatz.
Oh, I had to have them dry, though.
Hope you had some water. Passion fruit.
We've done an hour and 10 minutes. Do we want to do the pilot ad?
Oh, fuck, we should. Who have you written it for?
I have written the pilot ad for both of you.
Whoa!
What?
I brought scripts.
Holy
so,
shit.
Oh my God.
We're doing a scene reading. Here's the scene.
What's my motivation?
I feel like we're back to when I had to do that audition.
The motivation is very clear. Hammer, try not to intimidate Dan too much in this one.
All right.
Although you
should I speak real close to him?
Yeah.
The scene is you've crossed paths on a busy street one day. You run into each other and scene. No, that's what he said at the end. What did he say at the start? Action.
Yeah. Fuck.
I need to go to movie school.
That's movie school 101, bro.
What a rookie.
And
you'll never make it this business.
Yeah, action. And the movie school graduate snaps the thing and then runs off behind the camera to do nothing else. All right.
Action.
Give it to me.
Hey, Hammo.
Hey, Dan.
What's going on?
Oh, not much. Just on my way home to ram my missus. What about you?
Oh, well, I was hoping to give it a go with my wife too, but...
But what?
Well, I'm just having a bit of a hard time getting myself flogged up these days, if you know what I mean.
Oh, man. That's no good.
Yeah, it's Flop City down there.
I know how that feels.
You're just being nice. I can see that enormous erection sticking out of your pants right now. You could cut glass with that thing.
That's nice of you to say, Dan. But I'll tell you the truth. This hard-on isn't natural.
It's not?
No, of course not. Years of drug abuse have rendered my penis almost entirely useless. Guys like us don't get hard-ons this strong without medical help these days. Who do you think we are? Tom Witcombe?
Read the scene direction, you fucking idiot. But then, how do you explain that unbelievable hard-on? I mean, I'm touching it right now, and it's definitely real.
That's because this erection is brought to you by Pilot. Pilot's online health professionals can get you flogged up and ramming your wife in no time.
That's great. Do they provide any other kind of health services?
Who cares?
Good point. Do you have a discount code I can use?
Do I? Just use the code FLOGGERS20 for $20 off your first order and tell them Double Dinner sent you.
Thanks, Hammo. You know, you really are the lethal weapon.
Thanks, Dan. Can you let go of my cock now?
Go to pilot.com.au today and no.
Pilot.
Oh, Pilot. Hard made easy.
Very nice.
Yeah, who's
Good
not
stuff.
reading the directions, fuckhead?
I was busy touching your cock.
Oh, well.
God, the sexual tension in this scene was palpable.
It's like when Harry met Sally.
I love what he's having. Pilot. Hard made easy.
That was fun.
I had to improvise there slightly because
Sorry, what I
it
missed?
said can get you flogged up.
No, I'm sorry.
There was issues with the script from day one.
I mean, I would have read it out as per. Do you think Tom Witcombe makes mistakes? He's saying a Jatz.
Yeah, your character lacks grammatical knowledge. That was...
Yeah, your character speaks poorly.
But boys, you got tensile strength.
Oh, God. Oh, that really made me laugh.
Where to now?
I don't know. It could be the end.
Oh, I want to talk about something.
Yeah.
I've been listening. A lot of like the main alpha dudes in the world are doing 72-hour water. What's it called? Fasting. Right?
Who are the main alpha dudes in the world?
Okay, so the two biggest fight promoters in the world are doing it right now. Dana White and
Vince McMahon.
And Eddie.
Don King.
Eddie
Hearn.
George Rose.
Eddie Hearn. Okay, so Eddie Hearn and Dana White.
George
both
Rose?
now.
Yeah, he's an Australian boxing promoter.
The former NRL player?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like one of the biggest promoters in
I
Australia.
bet Hammo sold coke to George Rose.
Possibly.
We're editing that out.
Thank you. As the only one liable, I'd appreciate that.
So Dana White and Eddie Hearn have both
they're water fasting. They're not drinking.
72-hour water fasting where they only have water or sugar-free electrolytes.
What's a sugar-free electrolyte?
I guess just a bottle of like sugar-free Powerade. I guess.
Okay.
Something like that. Gatorade.
Sure.
But anyway, they're swearing by it, and I was like, it's not just about losing weight; it's about the health properties with it. It's like it's a reboot for your whole system.
Really?
Yeah. And so I was like, I was thinking about doing this, and I was thinking I should do it and time it so that I am like on either like day 2 or day 3 for the next Flog cabinet of my water fast, because I don't think I've ever gone longer than 8 hours without food.
Do you really want to smack your lips even more? Seriously? You're going to come here dehydrated? You
and
drunk
hungry.
a whole bottle of water and the whole thing.
And I was still talking about Ritz and dip now. So imagine how hungry I'll be as well.
Oh, you'd be really grumpy hungry, wouldn't you? You'd be a real pain in the ass.
You said it was one of the 3 things. That's what I'd heard.
It is one of my 3 triggers.
I wouldn't want to catch you on hour 38 of the 40-hour famine, I'll tell you that.
But these guys have sworn that you don't even notice you're hungry, like you're...
What do you mean you don't notice? Because they're just drinking so much water.
They drink a lot of water, and like, your body provides somehow.
Are we looking at a UFC promoter and a boxing promoter as like, these are trustworthy fellas? Well, they've never done anything weird or covered anything up.
Dr. Dana White?
I think also maybe Joe Rogan's talked about it as well.
Wow. Oh, if Joe's talking about it.
What does
Eddie Hearn look like? Because Joe Rogan and Dana White look the same. And, I'm not looking at them being like, this is the aesthetic I'm chasing.
Just a tall, white, middle-aged dude.
Oh, that sounds all right.
Looks like Tom in another 10 years.
So, like, these are the top alphas. Boxing promoters? What about the boxers?
I mean,
surely they're more alpha.
All right, yeah. I was saying they're just 2 guys that are known in the alpha sphere.
Okay. Is that like a thing now, you reckon? Like the alpha sphere? There's like just these dudes who like are really bro-y, who get their information from Dana White, Joe Rogan, Eddie Hearn.
David Portnoy.
Who's that?
The
guy from Barstool Sports
guy.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm...
If you spend your life talking about or looking at sport or guys beating each other up, yeah, even if you're not physically fit yourself, you're part of the alpha world.
Interesting. I guess I'm not.
No, yeah, I would agree.
Is this news to you?
I mean, I didn't think like they were what alphas were like, because I don't reckon chicks want to fuck them. Because I thought alphas like fucked a lot of chicks. That was my understanding for alphas.
I mean, they're both famous multi-millionaires, so probably do get roots, but what?
But like not as many roots as old mate Timothy Chalamet. I don't know how to say it. Chalamet. We're aging ourselves out of this podcast right now.
You can't say Chalamet?
Is it Chalamet?
Chalamet.
I've just seen it written down. I've never heard it said.
It's Timothy with 2 E's, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Timothy.
Is that like a beta thing, you reckon? Just misspelling a name?
Yeah.
So this guy's not an alpha. He's never put anyone in a headlock. No, with those 2 E's.
Cuck for sure.
You can spell his name however the fuck you want.
I think the case is just like, he's not an alpha, so he must be a cuck, and it's just like Joe Rogan's fucking Timothy Chalamet's girl? I doubt it.
Who is, what's her name, Kardashian?
Or Jenner.
No,
yeah,
Kylie Jenner.
Jenners,
yeah, he's. There was some scandal from the Golden Globes yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
Selena Gomez asked for a photo with Timothy Chalamet, and she got shut down by Kylie Jenner, who said no.
Gee, this became a very different podcast quickly.
There we go.
We got the alphas in. Now let's get the opposite of that. With some Golden Globes goss.
Selena went and told old Tay-Tay Swift about this, and they were gasping at the Golden Globes. You heard it here first. All laugh.
You heard it here first because you don't care.
Is there any news article you haven't clicked?
You got the scoop. Nah, that was a TikTok that I saw today.
Fuck
actually.
yeah, dude. So wait, you're going to do a fast. That's what we're getting to here?
I'm thinking about doing a 72-hour fast.
Have you ever done like a fast, like a lesser fast?
I haven't fasted for more than just the time I sleep.
And you want to jump to 72 hours?
Yeah.
Maybe just kick it off with like an intermittent, like a 16.
We're doing 72, baby.
I think the thing that you said about, you don't even notice you're hungry, I imagine there's a hump you need to get over. I reckon like day 2 would be easier than day 1. would be my guess.
Well, we can time it. So I come to one of the pods.
Okay.
On one of those days.
So today is Wednesday.
Yeah.
On Saturday we are at the Newcastle Comedy Club. Tickets on sale now. And then we'll record next. Maybe have we picked a day? Because we could do it. You could start immediately after the Newcastle show.
Yeah, we could have a nice little Flog dinner.
Yeah.
And then you can start the fast.
Yeah.
Can start the fast.
I just really think this is a very bad idea for you.
But Dan, Dana White did it. What more do you need to hear?
What do you care about? My health or about possible quality content for the pod?
I care about possible quality content for the pod. I couldn't give a shit about your health, which is why I think you shouldn't do it.
Yeah,
I think you're going to be a bad hang.
I would say that is, I think,
almost 100%.
But don't you think me losing on the pod because I'm hungry could also be viral content?
You guys hear about that guy from Yeah Mad TV assaulted his 2 podcast co-hosts?
Yeah, you try to eat Dan. Bad choice. Very stringy.
Just ranting about wanting a Ritz cracker or something.
That's the thing. I think, actually, fuck it. We'll make you do the fast, and for the entire pod, I'm going to have an unopened box of Ritz next to the camera and just watch you fucking stare at it.
You can't.
Every dip you can imagine.
I think out of respect for me, there shouldn't be any kind of taunting with food.
Oh, Andrew,
around
we
me.
don't have any respect for you.
Yeah.
What
do you think this is?
Water or sugar-free electrolytes.
If I can find your mugshot, I'm going to put it on a T-shirt and wear it to a recording. I'm going to wear it to your fucking book launch. You think I respect you? I don't even know your middle name, and I don't care to.
It's William.
That really made me laugh. All right, should we go? We should probably go.
Yeah,
it's been fun.
It's been really good.
We've been here a while. I miss the boys, miss the vlogs.
It's been good to be back.
Nice to be back.
I think because it's been a bit of time before.
A flog since?
It's been a while between. It's been a while between cabins.
Yeah,
it's been a while.
They felt like the magic was back.
We've been cabinless.
We've been cabinless.
Out there on the streets.
Lost
just give me $20. I need to get to the cabin for the night.
Lost in the woods or forest.
Everybody dies at the end.
I'm going to go to your book launch and tell everyone waiting in line how the book ends.
He doesn't win Best Newcomer. All the teenage girls from Yeah Mad are like, no! He does laugh.
Labracadabrador. That's the ending.
We're saving that for the sequel. Because, what else do you got? All right. Are we going?
Keep telling people about... We've never had more people in the cabin. We got more people in the cabin over the holidays.
You weren't convinced that was going to happen. You thought we were going to falter in the holidays?
I thought the floggers would go see their family, be deep in meaningful conversations with grandparents whose perspectives they value, but nah, they're like me. They fucked them off and went for a walk. Got in the cabin, had a listen.
I thought it would dip as well.
Yeah.
But no, it's good to know that there's people like us that are losers out there with no lives that just want to listen to a bunch of dickheads talk.
Why'd you drag us down with you? I'm not a loser, am I?
Dude, what? We got to tell you something.
Save it for the next episode. Tell me next week. Let me believe.
We started the year with resolutions. Next episode, revelations. Just like the Bible, we're ending strong. Anyway, so please keep telling people about it. It's so awesome. If you're in Newcastle, we'll put it in the description at the start. But yeah, Flog Cabin live app. Flog Cabin live app. We're doing some Flog Cabin at the end. We're doing new material and then trying to figure out how this podcast might work live so we can fucking hit up every Walbrewski in Australia in 2024.
All 4 of them.
Yeah, I'm manifesting it. Darling Harbour, Manly, Surfers Paradise, Byron Bay. We're doing it.
I'm so keen to do a live podcast at Walbrewski.
I would love to do it. I reckon we could do it. I think it's super achievable.
Well, they follow us on at least us two on Instagram.
Yeah, 203 ain't bad.
The channel communication's open.
Yeah, we can do it. We'll figure that out. But if you know anyone in Newcastle, send them along. 5:30 p.m. Newcastle Comedy Club. That's it. Hammo.
Keep subscribing. Follow the podcast. Reviews 5 stars.
Old Ratings Witcombe wants you to give it 5. Ratings Witcombe.
Top 60 in Australia.
Oh yeah, we were
top 60 in Australia.
In the
comedy interviews.
Chart Witcombe.
The comedy interviews, despite the fact we've never interviewed anyone.
End it, Hammo.
Bye.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, that was fun.